Good morning and welcome to eChurch Worldwide. 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Be alert and of sober mind. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour." And I realized that it was the enemy that had prompted me to react with that emotion of anger, because that's not a godly reaction to respond to people in that way. Colossians 1:10 says that you may walk worthy of the Lord, fully pleasing Him, being fruitful in every good work, and increasing in the knowledge of God. There's a right way to live before God, and that is my heart's desire. James 4:7 says, "Submit yourselves then to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." And we have to understand that we can be prompted and incited by the works of darkness. And in Isaiah 14 it talks about the devil in verses 12 to 14. And it says, "How you have fallen from heaven, morning star, son of the dawn. You have been cast down to the earth, you who once laid low the nations. You said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will sit enthroned on the Mount of Assembly, on the uttermost heights of Mount Zaphon. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High." And I recognize this week that one of the tricks of the enemy is to use us to exalt himself. Because if he can get God's people to lower themselves to his level, he exalts himself above God when he operates through us. And when we give in to the tactics that he wants us to operate in, we allow him to be exalted in our lives, and it's really God that we want to be exalted. In Acts 26:11, this is talking about the Apostle Paul. It says, "And I punished them often in every synagogue and compelled them to blaspheme. And being exceedingly enraged against them, I persuaded them even to foreign cities." Paul was someone who was considered a godly man in his day. And yet look at the things that he did to new Christians, to new believers. And I believe that the enemy was operating through him because of the kind of things that he was doing, trying to persuade them to blaspheme and enrage them and to drive them out of where they were. In John 13:2, we see the enemy again. It says, "The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus." Judas was one of the 12 apostles, and yet, look at what the devil did. He had already prompted Judas to betray Jesus. And we can be used in the same way. So there is nothing in this world that is worth sacrificing our relationship with God for. And we know that ultimately Judas gave his life, or his life was taken from him for being used in that way. And how we can lose out with God in just simple things, lose out in our relationship with Him. The most important thing in the world is that your heart is right before God, and that nothing in this world is worth compromising your relationship with God for. Thank you very much, and I hope that you have been blessed by this message from eChurch Worldwide. Thank you, and God bless.